Unusual character, different sort of director as well.
Very different. I think पहली बार I'm doing this murder mystery genre.
पहली बार आपने जब आपने स्क्रिप्ट आपने पढ़ी तो आपने आपने कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड किया? बिकॉज इस तरीके का किरदार आपने पहले निभाया नहीं.
I was just very, very lucky to have stumbled upon a script like this.
If Sara Ali Khan were to do a film with SRK and that was sequel, which one would it be and why?
No more sequels, guys. No more sequels.
Okay, who likes to eat the most, Sara Ali Khan or Ibrahim?
For sure. Sara खा जाएगी.
You ask Saif Ali Khan that you've not asked yet.
That I haven't asked yet.
Hmm.
I think he's. I mean, I don't think I know he's my father.
Really loved your chemistry with Akshay sir and Karthik when you all are starring again.
I mean, with both of them together, I guess it would have to be Bhool Bhulaiya 3.
जब आप rhyming करती हैं अपने अपने reels में, would you want to publish it at some stage?
मुझे क्या लगता है ना मेरी Instagram following गिर जाएगी.
Something that nobody knows about Shehnaaz Gill and probably she knows as she met her a few days back. Basically, please ask her about Shehnaaz, any future projects together.
I had a really good time. I think Shehnaaz is a very warm person. And it was very sure. मतलब बस मजे किए यार. Like we're both a bit like funny and we take ourselves not very seriously. So it was just a fun time.
What is your favorite food in Delhi?
Winter time sarson ka saag, through the year chole bhature.
Can you please say any Shayari for your fans?
आप Instagram पे चले जाओ ना. Follow me on Instagram. There'll be a new Shayari every day.
What is the most difficult scene you have performed till now?
I think physically it would probably be doing Ganga Dubkis in Kedarnath at 5 in the morning when my lips were turning blue.
Tell us something about your bond with Anurag Basu.
I mean, I love Basuda. I think that every time I've met him, he's been very, very warm.
Sara Ali Khan, welcome on Connect FM Canada. कैसी हैं आप?
I'm good. आप कैसे हो?
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. All right, so congratulations for Gaslight first of all, and unusual character, different sort of director as well.
Very different. I think पहली बार I'm doing this murder mystery genre. It's very different, but we've chatted before, and I've told you that the aspiration has always been to not be boxed. You know, I've always wanted to do different kinds of cinema, and I think this as a genre is something I've never done before. So it's very exciting. It's challenging, but it's also exciting.
What was the first response जब आपको पहली बार आपने जब आपने स्क्रिप्ट आपने पढ़ी तो आपने आपने कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड किया? बिकॉज इस तरीके का किरदार आपने पहले निभाया नहीं.
तो क्या हुआ जब मैंने स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी एज अ रीडर ओनली आई वाज सो एक्साइटेड. मतलब आई जस्ट केप्ट go from one page to the other. I just wanted to like, you know, get to the end. I just wanted, it was just such an enjoyable read. And at every laga tha that, okay, fine, I'm finally figuring something out. I realized that there's something else that I'm out. So it was a very engaging, entertaining and thrilling read. And I was just very, very lucky to have stumbled upon a script like this.
Okay. So considering आप फिल्में आपको देखने का आपको शौक है, आप तरीके की फिल्में आप देखती हैं, जो इसका कलर टोन है, अगर हम कलर टोन की बात करें, do you believe in that? Does it matter to you कि that कुछ एक does it set a mood in a way?
Of course it does. I think that, you know, in the genre that this film is in, it's as much of our DOP Ragul sir as much as it is, you know, the world. But when you're talking about this thriller genre, the shot taking, the color grading, the eeriness of the palace, the loneliness of the character, you know, that's like grayish, bluish tone. It, I think, allows you to visualize and relate to that world much better. You know, I think and setting has a lot to do with this world, especially because there's a certain amount of grayness in all our characters, whether it's me, Vikrant, Chitra ma'am. We're all grey characters. And I think somewhere the lighting and the setting and the color scheme enables you to understand that, like, किसी पे भी पूरा भरोसा नहीं है, हर किसी पे शक है कहीं ना कहीं. वो I think रघुल सर की जो पिक्चराइजेशन है उस पे काफी बाहर निकल रही है.
You have studied abroad, you're coming from a certain background. जब आप अलग अलग तरीके की फिल्मों में और डिफरेंट तरीके के लोगों के साथ आप काम करती हैं, अलग राइटिंग होती है, तो ये एक सेल्फ एजुकेशन का कितना आपके लिए एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है, लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स?
100%. So as an actor, I think you're always learning. You know, this film, for instance, I'd never done a thriller film before, but Pawan sir is a master in this genre. You know, so every time I go onto a set, day after I'm leaving to start shooting for Homi sir's film, Murder Mubarak, it, but this is the main schedule. And I think that it's so important that every time you go on to a new set, you are learning. I mean, the process of learning never ends, and the process of self-discovery never ends. I'm a high energy person. I'm a high spirited person. I use my entire body when I'm talking very often. When I'm restricted to emote, to feel, to express, I discovered about myself than I thought I knew. You know, when I'm freedom fighter in 1942 with certain constraints or certain ideas, I understand more about myself than I thought I actually did. So of course, I think the like self-discovery and the process of learning never ends in the world that we come from, ideally at least.
ओके हमारी पहले भी बातें हुई हैं इसके बारे में कि जस्ट ये हम लोग बहुत ही दिलचस्प दौर में हैं कि दैट सिनेमा हॉल में फिल्में रिलीज होती हैं, ओटीटी पे रिलीज हो रही है. आई थिंक यू हैव आई थिंक wonderful experience now of both the worlds. You've experienced with Atrankire that how you can literally enter into the hearts of small towns in every way whatsoever. Now this platform that the movie is coming on, इनका जो एक network है वो बहुत ही solid है. Like say for example here I'm in Canada right now and it is I subscribe to it and everyone watches it over here as well. In a way आपको कि ये दिलचस्प लगता है जिस तरीके से जो प्लेटफॉर्म में एक जो आपको रीच मिल जाती है, does it in a way as an actor?
When I finished shooting for Lakshman sir's film, before going in to shoot Gaslight, मैं कश्मीर गई थी अपने दोस्तों के साथ, गुलमर्ग में थी. और कहीं किसी पैलेस, गुलमर्ग कोई सन पैलेस या कुछ, मैं जा रही थी अंदर, and the security guard Rangire on his phone, and it was so amazing for me because one has been told and one believes that Disney Plus Hotstar has a very high reach, and with the love and appreciation I got after Atrangire, I did realize that Hotstar does have a high reach and it does have the ability to touch the hearts and minds of people if the story and if the content that you're telling has the ability to do that. Then the content doesn't really matter. But that day, I still remember in Kashmir, I actually saw that security guard, like with full intent, looking into his phone and watching me and Dhanush and Akshay, that film. And to actually see that, मतलब कश्मीर में, गुलमर्ग में कोई security guard Atrangire अपने phone पे देख रहा है. I mean, if that's the kind I can have, then I'm very excited. And as an actor, I'm just tempted to keep learning, keep growing, and keep doing different work, because I truly believe now, especially after Atrangi, more than ever before, if you tell a story in an honest way, it will have the impact that you hoped for.
Absolutely. And Kashmir में तो इनफैक्ट थिएटर्स अब जाके खुले हैं पठान के साथ में. अदरवाइज तो लोग आई थिंक ऑनलाइन ही कंज्यूम करते हैं कंटेंट को. सो आई थिंक इट्स अ
friends in the middle of like a shoot before going into another shoot, and you suddenly see like somebody on their phone watching it. Itni sunsaan si jagah mein, matlab it was really something else. It was a good feeling.
This is Parishi from Faridabad. Really loved your chemistry with Akshay sir and Karthik Aryan. Hope you all find a good script to come together. How do you feel about doing a movie with both of them, and when you all are starring again?
I mean, with both of them together, I guess it would have to be Bhool Bhulaiya 3. But of course, I mean, I really enjoyed working with Akshay sir and Karthik. So if the opportunity presents itself, of course, together and individually, it would be great.
All right. This is Muku from India. Has anyone from the industry reached out to you after the trailer? If yes, who? Also, how did Ibrahim and your mother and your family react to the trailer? I believe she's referring to Gaslight.
I mean, my father has worked with Pawan sir and Akshay sir before. So he called them up and said that I'm so happy that you've presented Sara in such a different genre. And I'm really excited to kind of see it. I think it's a totally different world. Ibrahim ने तो actually शायरी करी है मेरे post पर. If I can read it out to you, I'm just going on my phone. Yeah, so I put up a picture and I said, wearing white, waiting for Gaslight, hoping you'll have a fright, but also a great night, so sit tight. And my brother has responded to that saying, it'll be banging. I don't doubt that in the slide. I miss you, dear sister, as I watch it at night. But then not long till I take a flight to come and give you a hug so tight and tell you how well you nailed it in Gaslight. So ek to Shayari definitely runs in the family. So while I'm proud of Ibrahim's poetic skills, he's proud of my trailer. So that's great. And mom is also excited. And I think that, it's just as actors and as actors, the desire is always to be able to do new stuff and to be able to push yourself and push the boundary and discover more and more of yourself. And I think that one has been able to do that with this film. So I just hope that people.
Okay, at any point of time, would you like to maybe publish a book of the wonderful आप जो आप rhyming करती हैं अपने reels में, would you want to publish it at some stage?
मुझे क्या लगता है ना, मेरी Instagram following गिर जाएगी. It should for my is what I feel.
All right, this is Tanveer Raj Chaudhary. What is the best thing about your upcoming film Gaslight?
The fact that you can't predict anything, and even if you can predict it, there'll be 18 other surprises for you in it.
Okay. You just mentioned about Akshay, so I think we should clarify it's Akshay Puri that you're referring to, the producer. This is Raj from Bangalore. Do you have any film project with any of the Khans in future?
Not that I know of yet.
Right. This is Samir Ilyas from Karachi, Pakistan. Sara, we love your performance in every movie of yours. What type of movie excites you the most? And which actor you will prefer to work with next?
Actor, though, I mean, it would depend on the script for sure. But I think that every kind of genre really excites me. But I think a drama, a nice love story, a nice, like, either a period film or like a nice passion. Either of the two would be exciting.
All right, this is Kumud Purohit from India. Something that nobody knows about Shehnaaz Gill, and probably she knows as she met her a few days back. Basically, please ask her about Shehnaaz, any future projects together. So so I posted that small clip of, aap jo gaari thi ki kundi mat khadka, and it's got like a crazy response. And it was very, very, very hilarious. How was the experience?
I had a really good time. I think Shehnaaz is a very warm person. And it was very for sure. मतलब बस मजे किए यार. Like we're both a bit like funny and we take ourselves not very seriously. So it was just a fun time.
Deborah Gray from India. Do you ever suffer from anxiety or panic attacks? And if so, what is your favorite coping mechanism? That's a good question.
I think that the only way to deal with anxiety is to, I think for me, the kind of person I am, I like to see it for what it is. So whether it's a personal problem, whether it's a weight gain problem, whether it's a failure of a film, whatever the problem is, मतलब अगर मैं उसको सामने से देखूंगी नहीं, so I won't get over it. And it's really funny because there's a line in my trailer also that's pretty much the same thing, which says that, जहां से मेरे सारे डर शुरू हुए हैं, वहीं से मुझे अपने सारे सवालों के जवाब मिलेंगे. And I think I relate to that because I really think that the key to get over anxiety, to get over any kind of negativity is to first see it. If you fully see, accept it, and you allow it, to seep in, only then can. I really believe that acceptance is definitely the first key to letting it go, and also realizing that whatever goes up comes down. And if you're a good person, and if you mean well, the universe will look after you.
Okay, does traveling contribute to you in terms of remaining centered and discovering yourself? Because जिस तरीके का आपका अप्रोच होता है ट्रैवलिंग की तरफ, वो मैं बहुत ही मुझे मुख्तलिफ लगता है और एक्टर्स के कंपैरिजन में. जिस तरीके से आप आम लोगों से मिलती हैं, अभी आपने कोई वीडियो डाला था कि आप मैगी खा रही हैं और ये सब कर रही हैं. That was very interesting. Does it in a way help you as well? Just getting to.
It helps me in like 3 ways that I can think of at the top of my head. One is just the physical, like the geographical location of Wadiyan, mountain, khula asman, makes you feel very, very free, very excited. And that immediately helps you. Like 5 hours in the mountains and I'm mentally at peace. Firstly, there's that. Secondly, of course, so many experiences. Like when I was traveling this time, I went to this, I don't know what the right word is, but I went to this dhaba. But it was like a real, like 14 kilometers ka drive. Sunsan si quiet, nothing. You go into the dhaba, small little dhaba, or outside just vadiyan, vadiyan, vadiyan. And there was one lady who was cooking. She made rajma and curry and red rice, and she actually is a very well-to-do woman. She's a landlady, and she's
Mm.
leased out a lot of property for a hotel, but she still sits there, ties her hair with that rumal, and cooks and feeds you garam garam makki ki roti, garam garam missi roti, and says, "Beta aur khao." And one realizes that actually money has nothing to do with your personality and your lifestyle. Like, she can afford to go to New York at the drop of a hat. She makes lakhs of rupees, but her job is to make chow mein and Maggie and chai for travelers. And one realizes so much because in the world that at least I live in Bombay, I'm an actor. I'm surrounded by so many people whose constant aim in life is just paise kamao aur paise kamao aur paise kamao. Lekin uske baad, like, what's the end goal? Like, if
Mm.
the end peace, she already has it, and the money then doesn't matter. I'm not saying I want to give everything that I have, touch wood, up to go make Maggie in the mountains, but I'm saying it's an amazing life experience to actually meet people like that, interact with people like that. We don't get to see that every day. It was an
Absolutely.
amazing. That's the other thing that helps me, and I think more than anything, in life sometimes, and that's why I I personally love India, but sometimes I even enjoy traveling abroad because I like just meeting new people, whether I go to like a theme park, whether I go to a restaurant and I like meet a bunch of random Italian people that have no idea where I come from, that have no idea that I have like Instagram following and I'm like an actor in India and like, oh, it's such a big deal. And they still, like, I went to Columbia University, Faridoon ji. Like,
Ji.
I'm used to with people all over the world and bonding over commonalities that are not just, oh, I'm an actor and oh, I'm a public figure. And sometimes, like, even though I'm very lucky and very privileged to do what I do, sometimes I miss that. I miss
Mm.
the idea of somebody talking to me for maybe just like who I am and my knowledge about like Renaissance art. Like, it doesn't happen often.
Of
But
course.
when I try, I like that.
All right. This is Priyagani from Kolkata. There are so many rumors of you working with Karthik Aryan in Ashiqui 3. Is this true? If it is just, I want to tell you, we're dying to see with you with Karthik. You can please work soon if possible. Ashiqui 3?
I would. I haven't been offered Ashki 3 as yet, but I would love to. I mean, if I'm offered the film, then yeah, sure.
I must tell you this. Like, I find it so fascinating. जो हमने interview आपका और कार्तिक का किया था लव आजकल के लिए. The way your fans share it, it's absolutely bizarre. Like those small clips they keep on sharing everyday basis. It's absolute, and I think it was really funny. It was
It was
it was a lot of fun. Okay. This is Afshan from New Delhi. What is your favorite food in Delhi?
winter time sarson ka saag, through the year chole bhature.
We all know you are an avid bookworm. What are the 3 top fictions you'd recommend anyone to read? This is Raya from Bangladesh.
Top fictions ever. Anna Karenina, Madame Bovary, A Streetcar Named Desire.
Mhm. All right.
These are
Okay.
just names that
This is
came to me.
Pritika from Indore. Celebs nowadays are open to the relationships or dating life. What would she prefer if she would be in a relationship, dating openly or keeping it a secret?
I don't know if secret is the right word, but I think that I want people to recognize me and speak to me. I just want to be known for my work. I don't think it's really anybody else's business what I do personally. But I think family, romance, religion, these are all personal and they don't need to be like broadcasted.
Okay, this is Gunjan from India. Can you please say any Shayari for your fans?
आप Instagram पे चले जाओ ना, follow me on Instagram. There'll be a new Shayari every day.
So basically वो fans के लिए कहना चाह रही हैं. वो जनरल होता है. कोई randomly अगर आपको कुछ ध्यान में आ रहा हो तो.
आपका सहारा इस प्यारा फसारा. धन्यवाद.
Okay. Okay, this is Upuli from Sri Lanka. What is the most difficult scene you have performed till now?
I think physically it would probably be doing Ganga Dubkis in Kedarnath at 5 in the morning when my lips were turning blue And Gattu sir was saying, take the blue off her lips. And my makeup artist had to say, we haven't put blue. She's actually turning blue. I think physically that would definitely be the most exhausting that I've done.
Mrunal from Thane, how was your experience to play a character like Misha?
Very exciting. I think that, whether it was the restrictiveness of the wheelchair, whether it was the cultivation of the imagination, as an actor, I used to try to put myself in situations, like actually put myself in that situation and try to react accordingly. But I think during the shoot of Gaslight, more than ever before, I realized that I can't actually be on a wheelchair and my father can't actually be missing. So the cultivation of an imagination was something that was tricky and exciting to kind of work on.
Samadrita from Kolkata, hey Sara, hope you're having a great day. My question for you is, what is one trait about your character in Gaslight that you would like to have in yourself?
The fact that she does not have the support system that I have. She comes from a very not loving background. She has trust issues. She's on a wheelchair. She has physical and mental limitations far more restrictive than mine, but she still has the ability to stay determined to her goal and not get gaslit. So there's no reason that mujhe kabhi bhi, matlab, I should not get back out, because if she can resist, I definitely should be strong enough to at all points of time.
Amazing. This is Parishi from Faridabad. Tell us something about your bond with Anurag Basu.
I mean, I love Basuda. I think that every time I've met him, he's been very, very warm. He, in fact, is one of the people from the industry that messaged me saying that he absolutely loved my trailer. So that meant I admire so much of his work. I recently rewatched Metro on a flight. A mom and me watched Ludo together, loved it. I'm so excited to be working with him. And I think anytime that somebody that you like, love and respect, appreciates your work, it feels great. So I hope that great work together. God willing.
Do you, in a way, find fascinating his worldview, considering he has had health issues in the past?
I think the way that he tells stories is just beautiful, and I can't wait to tell one with him.
Okay. Describe Misha in one word.
Strong.
If Sara Ali Khan were to do a film with SRK and that was sequel, which one would it be and why?
No more sequels, guys. No more sequels. My name is Khan.
Sequel
would be the name, but it would not be a sequel.
All right. Okay. What are the qualities Sara would be looking forward to in her life partner?
Passion.
Okay. One thing you can do but others cannot.
Rhyme. All the time.
That's a good one. Okay. Who talks the most, Chitrangita or Vikrant?
Chitra ma'am is like, will talk more publicly. Like if you like really poke Vikrant and he opens up to you, then he can have more to say.
Okay. Who likes to eat the most, Sara Ali Khan or Ibrahim?
Sara, for sure. Sara kha jayegi.
Okay. One thing that no one knows about Sara Ali Khan.
She has a very soft heart.
If you had to ask a question to following people, what would you ask them? What will you ask Saif Ali Khan that you have not asked yet?
That I haven't asked yet. I think he's. I mean, I don't think I know he's my father. I have asked him everything that I want to ask him. I think maybe like, no, actually, I know the answer to all the questions, but a question that I would ask him, just so that you people would know the answer, is how he manages to he's a very good actor, I feel. He's a very successful. He's had ups and downs and he hasn't let that affect him at all. I think he's had a very balanced and centered approach to life. And if he was to talk to you guys about it, I think you guys would truly understand what a well-cultivated human being he is, and that would be fun for you.
Okay, if you had to ask a question to Shah Rukh Khan, what will you ask him?
How are you so amazing?
How are you so amazing? Okay, and if you had to ask a question to Salman Khan, what will you ask him?
How are you so amazing?
The same question. Okay. If you can describe Sara Ali Khan in a hashtag, how do you do that?
Hashtag original.
Hashtag original. Okay. One thing that you've still not maybe told your mother and you'd like to say.
not told my mother. Even if I think something, my mother will find out.
So she knows everything.
Everything.
All right. Sara, thank you very much for your time. All the best wishes for Gaslight and all your future
Thank you.
endeavors. Thank you very much. Thank you.